What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig. We're going to be going over the charts. Going to take a look at the last chart we talked about in the last video. Also, I posted this onto my Twitter last week, the two possibilities of what we could be seeing. We'll also take a look at if this turns out to be a bullish case scenario, what to look for. So definitely stick around for the whole video. We're also going to take a look at the Dow Jones in the big picture all the way down to the small time frame. Then we're going to take a look at Tesla and XRP. We've been watching these charts for a long time. What is going to happen? That is the question. I know things are dumping right now. Will they continue? Is this just another shakeout, or will we continue to the downside, and what will the targets be? Definitely stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, guys, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So later on Twitter, I will be posting the winners of the trading competition that we had on Prime XBT, which is a sponsor of this channel. I will be posting your names, letting you know when you can, for the first prize, get your PS5. And second prize was $250, I believe it was, in Bitcoin or Tether, and then $150 in Bitcoin or Tether. So I will be announcing that on Twitter later if I have time. If not, I will be announcing it tomorrow. So definitely let's get into it. So taking a look at the first chart that I posted on Twitter was looking at this as a possible head and shoulders. And as you can see, this is what the head and shoulders looks like. If that's the case, your downside target would have to break this bottom trend line. If we'll also take a look at the trade setup we talked about. I'll show you the chart from the last week. Seems to be working out pretty good. I told you what number to watch for. Let's see how that's going. But if we are to break this trend line, let's say we came straight down now, that would line up with the 55 EMA on the daily, which is going to be approximately, if it went straight down today, be around 62,000. If it happened in the next couple days, we could come over to here. Now, how you measure the measured move from this, once you break that, it's a measured move from the whole peak of the head right here down to the trend line. And if it breaks, that would get you, if it broke over here, so the longer it would take to break, right, the higher that target would be. Let's say it breaks somewhere towards the end of this month. That would get us to around 49,000, which would also line up with the 200 EMA here. You can see we'll probably have support, maybe some bouncing around on this 55 EMA if we do break down. But once we break down and open and close the daily below this 55 EMA, I do think we'll come down to, we do have a high volume node at 51.8, and then we have this 49,000 target. Now this gets invalidated, as I explained here. If we break the 73.8, that would break the left shoulder or the right shoulder, right? That would break the head over here. That would invalidate this whole chart. So this is what we're looking for now, is a test of this bottom trend line. Now let's take a look at the other chart I posted. Now this could be the very bullish case scenario if this were to play out one way, but it could also be very bearish. So I looked at this as a possible A, B, C, D, E, right? If that happens and we do get that bounce on this trend line, remember, looking at it as a head and shoulders, if that breaks, we continue down. Now the same thing, even if this is a triangle, if we do get a bounce here, I would expect a bounce back up into this range and then watch for a short here with stops above just in case. And if it does break, put a long in here. I would put a long in here. Now, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm telling you what I would do, right? Put in a long here with your stops below, and that would be the super bullish target of 83.5-ish, depending on if, when, and where this trend line breaks. Now, in the bearish case, same thing. That one gets us to, looking at this as a triangle, gets us to about 50,000, right? So we're looking at 49 to 50,000 range if we do break down below this, depending on which this ends up being. But either way, this looks like a great trade setup, whether you're bullish or bearish, if you wait for the break. Now let's take a look at, this was from the video, right? This was our target 75 from last month, but we did not quite hit it. Our first target was 68.6, which obviously we hit, we broke. And I told you when we bounce below this would be a good place to short. If you did put a short in, you're doing pretty damn good right now. Where I would look for a bounce is, like I said, this trend line down here around 62.5, somewhere in that range, right? If we might want to take some profit there if you are in a short, maybe wait for a bounce, get back into another short once you bounce up into this range. Now, what this could end up doing, let me draw it out real quick, is come down. We may not get all the way down, come back up, retest this 68 before continuing down to this trend line. So that's something to watch for there. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. Use my link down below. I will be also putting out on my Twitter promo codes for free $200 account. No deposit needed. You put the promo code in, you get $200, but only one person will be able to use it. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure your notifications are on when that pops up. Try to get it into your Prime XBT promo section, and that is found right over here on the 4 squares. And you go to the promo code section right here. So, all right, let's take a look at where we're at. Now, before we get into the Dow and stuff, what I want to talk about is I remember when we called this dump over here, right here, I believed that this was this part of the Amazon bubble pop, right? Because I still believe we're in a bubble pop pattern. I still believe we have a lot further down to go. Now, what I did, what I've been talking about for the last month and a half, is I possibly misread this high, right? This is our third high. As you can see, we had, let me show you over here. Where is my arrow? Can't find my arrow. There we go. So looking at, there's your first right there, your second, and your third, right? Same thing we're forming over here. We have our first right here, second and third high. Could that be what we're looking at? I just want to heed major caution because I know a lot of people does not think that Bitcoin can do this, but I think this is a very good possibility and something to be aware of. And at least if you're in big profits right now from the move up, at least be prepared to take some profits if you haven't already. All right, let's take a look at, this is just a trend line on the monthly, right? Showing you, see these trend lines here, we hit alternative top, bottom, top. Did not quite hit the bottom here. I think we just come up and come back down to the bottom. This will be a signal for the true bottom, in my opinion. Could be around that 9,700 range. Now, let's take a look at the Dow Jones. This is the smaller time frame, right? The 4 hour. Same thing. We're just in a channel here. If we do break this channel in the next day or two, our measured move is approximately, let's get this as accurate as we can. This will have to come down a little bit more. That would get us to, if it broke down today or tomorrow, approximately that 37.5 to 38,000 range to look for a bounce for the Dow Jones, right? But what I've been talking about is, like I said, I believe we're going to see the biggest money grab in history. I still truly believe that. Markets went a little bit higher than I expected, but nevertheless, markets always have a hard rally before going to the downside, right? And I'd showed you guys this before. Since this bottom here, if we look at this topping pattern, let me move this one up on the right so you can see it. But as you can see, the similarities there. This was the Great Depression crash right here. Could we be looking for another one of those? It is very possible. I know debt defaults on consumers is getting huge, not paying their credit card bills. After that, what usually happens, they quit paying car payments. Then the car market floods. And then what happens after that? We've seen it in 2008. Housing market crashes because people quit paying their mortgages. So be careful out there, guys. Let's take a look at Tesla. Still the same. This chart's over 2 years old. These were our bounce points. We got our bounce at this 106. Came back up for a retest of the trend line right where we expected, 298. Now I'm looking for another test of this 151 once that breaks. The next target is all we did here. This target's from way back over here, but we can get it again just by looking at this as a bear flag, right? Which broke down. That gets us at 106 again. Might bounce around here for a while, but the ultimate target is looking at this as a rising channel. Take the measure move of the rising channel where it broke. that actually gets us down to about 43. As I've been saying for 2 years, I'm a buyer of Tesla between 40 and 50 bucks. Do your own due diligence, do your own research. You decide what to do. Nobody knows what the markets are going to do. Everybody has their own methods. XRP. Same thing, guys. XRP is dumping in. As you guys know, my target still remains between 4 and 26 cents. Call me crazy. Call me what you will. Make sure you let me know in the comment section below what you think of the video. Smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget, use my Prime XBT link down below. That'll get you signed up, get you an account set up, and you can get that free promo code. Give me a follow on Twitter. You can also join the free Discord. Take it easy, guys. I'm out. See you in the next video.